Okay, holy shit. You guys are not going to believe this story. When I came across this article, I thought, this can't be true. If someone were telling me the story, I would think they were lying and telling me the plot to a sick, disgusting ass movie. You know, Republicans have the biggest issues with being able to express themselves, with being able to be themselves. There are many Republicans who are part of the LGBTQI plus community, but they cannot even express themselves because they spend so much time pretending that they're not and criticizing and discriminating against a community that they're a part of. You guys probably already know this, but anytime TPUSA or any far-right Christian nationalist group goes to any town for one of their conferences, the Grindr app always goes down because many of these Republicans are online looking for hookups anytime they get away from home. This is well known. So this Republican member of the South Carolina House, RJ May, this guy made a username called Joe Biden 69. Let's talk about this for a second. The only person who would use the username Joe Biden 69 to go online and look for hookups or get into nefarious things would be a Republican because no leftist would do that. So that's the first sign that something was up because there's not a person on there that was thinking, oh, maybe this is Joe Biden. Maybe this is a Democrat. No one would think that. So this guy has this username, uses this to go into rooms and has accumulated 220 files of child pornography. This guy, who you can find in his X account, in his X history, him just criticizing drag queens and criticizing people who are gay and all of that, right? Reposting all this hate towards gay people and homosexual people and so forth and so on, right? This guy has accumulated over 220 files of child pornography. So he was arrested. He's being held without bail. And of course, he's trying to say that his account was hacked because this is what Republicans do. They go out, they do these things, and then they try to say their accounts were hacked. But wait, it gets worse. He has a wife and children. Many of the files that he has are of kids who are the same ages of his children. This guy is sick as hell. And hey, guess what else? Moms for Liberty made him their legislator of the year in 2023. Because of course, Moms for Liberty would do that, right? Because remember, Moms for Liberty, one of their leaders and her husband, they were found to be having like threesomes with people and possibly sexually assaulting people as well. So Moms for Liberty makes this guy their legislator of the year in 2023. But wait, it gets even worse because while he's trying to say he was hacked, they also found 3 videos of him sleeping with underage girls in Colombia. Supposedly, he somehow made like a fake account and got fake IDs or something to travel to Colombia secretly so that he could sleep with underage women and underage girls. Let me be sure I say that. And there are videos of that on his computer. Let me be clear on this. This is why we will never see the Jeffrey files, because there are so many Republicans on that. I can imagine when Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino and all of these guys opened up those files and saw the amount of Republicans that are on it, they said, we got to hide this. And that is why they've been talking about the files for years now, but we have yet to see them. Republicans are sick as hell. And a lot of it is because they can't just be themselves. Being a gay person, being transgender person, any part of that community is okay. But when you get to a point where you're now soliciting child porn online, you need to be locked up forever. You need to never see the outside of a freaking cell. This dude is horrible. He is, I mean, in the whole, like, I mean, I look at the username thing, and I'm like, what a piece of crap you are. This guy trying to make it look like a Democrat and Joe Biden are just the worst people in the world. Meanwhile, he's being one of the worst people in the world. This is the Republican Party. This is why you have Matt Gaetz out there now on television instead of in jail, because they decided to sweep his stuff under the rug as well. The Republican Party is known for hiding their just disgusting activity. This is why Donald Trump is president. This is why you have all these issues in the church, in the far right. They just don't even say anything about it. This is one of the sickest stories I have ever written, I've ever read in my life. And I hope this guy never, ever sees the outside of a jail cell again. And personally, I honestly believe this. I think these public servants should have, all of them, have their freaking search history just looked at all the time. Every single one of them who's online all the time saying all these things, every single one of their allegations is a freaking confession, and I hope they all get caught. I hope they all go down. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.